Man, I'm so excited to watch this movie and a little bit nervous. What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. So today we are going to do my first movie reaction of the channel. We've done a lot of TV show reactions. We have not done a movie reaction yet. Thank you, Thor: Love and Thunder, for breaking my movie reaction cherry. I really do appreciate it. You know, Thor Ragnarok is my favorite movie still to this day, with Winter Soldier as being a close second. And it's actually funny because of the Infinity Saga movies, I think Captain America: The First Avenger and Thor 2: The Dark World are actually the worst movies, which is kind of crazy when you think about it because their follow-ups are actually top 2 for me. Now, who knows, maybe the contrast between the prior movies made them seem better than they were, but I truly did enjoy them. What I loved about Thor Ragnarok in particular, Taika Waititi's expertly capturing two dissonant tones and making them work. Ragnarok has a lot of comedy, which is kind of Taika's forte, but there's also some very serious and very deep and sad moments to the film that really showed Hemsworth's range as an actor. Now, I know a lot of people thought Ragnarok was at the beginning of the end for both Thor and Banner and Hulk as strong male characters, and that's an argument that definitely can be discussed, but I really do believe that this is a movie that saved the character. I really hope this movie can be more of the same and doesn't fall into the new normality of MCU movies as of late in making things quick and ever changing so the newer generations don't get bored. It's really taking its toll in the current state of Hollywood, especially with news of Disney kind of reevaluating their situation going forward, especially with the MCU, and thinking more about quality, less over quantity. I don't really think that was necessarily the issue. I really do think that we wouldn't have mind all of this stuff coming at us all at once if they were good quality content, and it wasn't. It's been pretty mediocre at best. Again, my opinion, but I really do think that the state of Hollywood in general right now is kind of going downhill. But without further ado, let's get into the movie. This is Thor: Love and Thunder. A disclaimer, I'm pretty damn sick right now, so you're gonna hear a lot of sniffing. My voice is gonna sound weird. I might bundle up and get a blanket, but I am sick, but the show must go on, so let's get into the movie. So it's gonna start off with Gore's story. I know in the comics, I figured they're not gonna do this in this because it's too early, but in the comics he gets his powers from the symbiote, the Venom symbiote. So that would be cool, but I don't think they're gonna do that. They look like they got nothing. Just sand and dirt, no water. She's not looking too good, bro. We're starting this movie like this. This is sad. Let's not do this to me right now. I don't have the energy to not be emotional. That's messed up, man. Any of my kids passed, no matter what the circumstances. It's the symbiote. Is that the sword calling to him? You got water. There's some water. What the hell? Damn, he's grubbing.
What do we have here?
Who the hell is this?
It's gobbling up all my fruit.
That sounded dirty. Oh, that's who he's praying to?
I am Gore, the last of your disciples. The land is dry. Our life is lost. But our faith in you never wavered, and now we await the eternal reward.
What are you doing? Giving you your reward.
Your eternal reward.
He thinks there's an eternal reward.
Damn.
We just vanquished the holder of the Necro Sword before he could harm any other gods with that cursed blade.
You just double-crossed him, he's gonna get you now.
My daughter died.
Legitimately, Rapu's the government. The US government.
You should. Suffering for your gods is your only purpose.
Oh no, God. I renounce you.
He gonna kill you. How's he gonna get the sword now? Oh, the sword's just gonna go over to him? That's dope. I'm curious who's talking though. Kill all the gods.
The sword chose you.
It sure did.
This is my vow.
Kill all gods. There goes his head. He aims for the head. See that? Could learn from him, Thor. Too soon? Sorry. Oh, I'm learning this on the guitar. It's happening. That's dope. I like the new theme. Oh my god, they're playing this song right now.
Thor was taught to help win battles.
Hey, he got his hammer.
Another time, he loved a wolf woman. On a wolf.
On a wolf.
But Thor's one true love was an earth woman named Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda.
In fact, he lost a lot of people in those days. His mum, his dad, and that guy, and that guy, and whoever that is, and Heimdall, and his brother, and his brother,
And his brother again.
and again.
For real though, Thor's been, I feel like he's been through more than any of the other Avengers for sure.
Because he was done loving didn't mean he was done fighting. He teamed up with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey.
But beneath his god bod, there was still a sad bod just trying to get out. With all of the bods that Thor had worn.
What is Quill even doing anything?
Come on, Storm. Back to work. Must hurry, okay?
He's gonna fight it. Hey, what's that gun that Drax got?
As you know, we used to live in a peaceful oasis.
Oasis.
Whose holds the control of its power. It is our most sacred shrine, and
Why are they just standing in the middle of like the battle that's happening right now?
This ends here and now.
There we go. He's yoked. There we go. That's the Thor I know. Just did like double backflip. Dope shot. Ole! Can we go through all of them? Yep. Hammer's OP, guys. It's OP. I think Thor is just, oh my god. What is happening right now? Just did the splits. Temple's gonna be destroyed though. Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like that action sequence was way over the top. Alright, we got Jane.
Yeah, but now you understand wormholes. Watch those movies. Okay.
Damn, cancer. Hey, they got the jalapeno chips. It's my favorite.
Jane, it's stage 4. I have like how many stages?
4.
4. That we
Yeah.
know about. Maybe it's time to play the Space Viking card. That's not a card. Yes, it is.
So what, she's gonna figure out how to put the hammer back together and find out she's worthy, and then that's gonna save her life? How's this gonna work? Obviously she's smart, so a lot of Guns N' Roses. She's going to New Asgard. Looks like it became a tourist attraction. Oh, they're actually like building Asgard over there.
Farewell. Oh, look. Juicy.
This is so bad. Who's gonna be Hela? McCarthy.
And immovable stones. Okay, let's head back to.
Why is it so small?
That's what she said.
Hey, it's him. I just realized. I forgot his name, but the guy that Thor was living with during Civil War. Either Thor's coming back or it's automatically gonna go to her.
in return for your service, please accept these gifts.
Are they like broken gifts? It's the goats.
I don't want to talk about the temple.
I know, but if we were to talk about it, I think it's important to.
It's making me
life,
sad.
Material objects.
And
Okay, I'll stop talking.
Don't be ridiculous.
I ain't digging through that crap.
Mantis is just pointing and laughing.
Play that one.
He knows this one?
My friend is in danger. We must go at once. Take this ship here as a parting farewell gift.
It's his ship.
Giving me my ship.
Yes.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. They'll tell you exactly who you are.
They're gone.
They didn't care as much as you did. Question is who though? Which god is he gonna go after? I know all of them, but who's technically the god of Asgard? Oh, he looks scary as I mean, he won't kill a little girl, right? I still don't know what the sword does, unfortunately. I guess I'll find out, huh? Was it summon demons? That's what it looks like. came just in time. I'll be honest with you guys. I wouldn't want to live there with all this shit going down. Should have known this stuff was going to come around when they made it New Asgard. It's Jane. It gets a dog. Gnarly. There she is. That's cool. So she can make it like break back apart and then come back together. That's handy. He changed his look.
And as time passed,
So what, they like retconning everything that happened? When did they have all this time?
they built walls between them. Thor got busy saving humanity.
Nick Fury. So making their relationship like a normal relationship.
To give.
I have to stay up all night.
He definitely is menacing. Bare feet? Bro, put some shoes on. Does it like give him extra strength too? I'm curious. Like I understand he's kind of like cursed and being mentally manipulated, but like he lost his kid. I feel like he'd have a little more sympathy for children. I don't know. That's like this would make sense if it was a symbiote because you saw what happened to Spider-Man.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
But like, I don't know. This seems weird to me. So easily manipulated.
You leave, then maybe it was you that left.
Fair point. Suppose we both left and both got left.
What I wanted from this movie was for Thor to finally figure out his issues and his pain, but I feel like it's just him diving deeper into that. Matt Damon.
Jodie Foster.
Jane Foster.
Jodie Foster. Well, you know you're still worthy because you fought Thanos with it, but you told it to protect her.
Can you see me?
Floating here.
What the hell is this?
It's Astrid, Heimdall's son.
They're on a rock.
They're in the Shadow Realm.
All right, so the Shadow Realm. Wasn't the Shadow Realm in Moon Knight?
And Zeus, the oldest and wisest of them all.
Nice.
Yeah, Zeus.
Like the Zeus. Zeus.
I'm not sure if he has a second name.
You think my god will be the ninny of the nonny?
No, you never know, Cog, but if they are, we'll ask them to join our team.
Yes.
Stormbreaker.
Calm down, relax.
No, mate. We are not traveling in Stormbreaker's janky Bifrost. Look what just happened.
We can't exactly go in your tiny little flying portal horse, can we? We won't all fit.
What are you talking about? What sounds awesome?
Stormbreaker's awesome too.
Stormbreaker just needs a conduit. Anything that can handle space travel.
I love it when she talks shop.
It has the power to get us there. It just needs something to focus that energy so it's not so unpredictable. You know, if we had a ship, we could harness it and use Stormbreaker as a power source.
Oh, like an engine.
Like an engine.
You need a ship. I've got a ship.
Goddamn goats.
That's essential.
The beer. I do like the new suit. It's very comic book accurate. You got the blues, the golds, and the reds. There you go. See, you're still worthy.
You won't be alone.
So her mom had cancer too, huh? I know that like cancer is hereditary, but still, that's rough. That was cool. It's got to be hard, right? Knowing that like without the power of Thor and stuff, that she's essentially like gonna die.
Are you packed? Yes.
Nice sword. Dude, grenade?
No, it's a portable speaker.
Oh, that's cool.
We return with children, and then we shall feast. Not on the children.
Do not do that anymore.
I know Taika likes humor and likes comedy, but I feel like what he did great in the first one that he did, Thor Ragnarok, was mixing in the tones, right? I feel like here it's just all over the place. You have a heartfelt moment, and then you have comedy, and then you have a action sequence, and then you have comedy. It's like there's time and place for it.
You never forget your first.
Awkward.
Check this place out.
Always leaving when they're having a important conversation.
So cool.
The buildings. The wolf boy. What's up, Octi? You can just summon them whenever he wants. It's pretty cool.
Head ripped off.
Well, you liked it a second ago.
Counting on that.
That's why you're here.
He's using you as bait. I still think it's weird that like everything he went through with his daughter dying and stuff, that like he would attack kids or kidnap kids. But at the same time, I also get like going through all of that, and obviously he's cursed and all that, but I just feel like it's weird. Like he would have more sympathy for the kids, but like if it was the symbiote, which is what it was in the comics, it would make sense because it kind of takes over your brain. So maybe that's how it works with this too.
Look up there, guys. That's the Cronin god, Ninny of the Nonny.
Ninny of the Nonny. It's Zeus. Was that a head on feet? The hell was that? How does that even work?
Myth, the legend. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but I base a lot of what I do on this guy.
I mean, it makes sense. Lightning's like an actual thing. That's pretty cool. The God of Gods. I feel like I'm playing Genshin Impact. This is the loading screen.
Over they go. But we have many serious matter to be talked about. Such as, where are we going to hold this year's orgy?
Is this guy for real?
Honestly, I'm not mad at it.
I'm sure he has a point, okay? So now we're going to announce the winner of the most human souls sacrificed in the name of a god. Okay, maybe he's not that great.
Oh no, not good.
No, I don't think it's gonna get any better than this. Look, these gods aren't gonna help, but that thunderbolt, I think that might be of use. Jane, you go right. Thor, you go left. We bum rush them, take the bolt, ding dong.
All right, let's go get it.
No, wait. There's no ding-donging or bum rushing, especially not Zeus's bum. When the time is right, I'm going to talk to him.
Time's right now.
Time is not right now. Who is talking? Who is talking?
These guys.
Korg, shut up. You have something to
Korg.
Sorry.
I'm bashing heads in 60 seconds, so speak fast.
Literally, heads will roll.
Who are you two?
Hello. Let me be the first to say it is an honor and a privilege to be
No, I
here.
can't hear you. Why don't you take the stage?
The stage down there?
Well, yes, you see the area that looks very much like a stage.
Is he supposed to be using like a Greek accent? Because, to be honest with you, he sounds a lot like Borat. Very nice. King of the castle.
Oh la la! Oh, king in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair.
A couple of low-level gods. Yeah, boo-hoo. If that's all,
Boo.
pretty boy, you go back to your seat and you be quiet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, did you not hear any of what I just said? He's murdering en masse.
I tell you, one time, now you shut up. You be quiet, because you are this close to being uninvited to the orgy.
Zeus, we must do something.
You cannot come to the orgy.
You have to listen to us.
That's it.
It's made of lightning, so he should be able to like break out of this pretty easy, right? He is yoked. Rip Loki. Rest in mischief.
Zeus, afraid.
There you go. Play on his emotions.
No!
I feel like that was pretty cool, but I don't know how it enhanced anything in the story, but we'll see.
He will not reach eternity.
He doesn't have the key.
Is this the purpose of the gods?
What is the key, though? I bet you it's the Thunderbolt. Thor's gonna bring it right to him. Or maybe it's Mjolnir?
Oh, you didn't say go.
She did say she would say go. Be fair, Korg. I still think that's so cool. She can just break it apart and use it like that. I like how their blood is just like gold. Like literal gold, not even liquid. No, Korg! What the hell? I was not ready for that. The hell, man? He gonna kill you, Zeus. I was gonna say, he should be able to wield that just fine. Oh, shh. I did not expect him to kill him. You just killed the god of gods. It's gotta be like repercussions for that, right? More GNR. I like how all the other people are just watching, just sitting there. She got the thunderbolt.
And we flew out the window.
They look like the big Titan, I think it's called, from Eternals.
No one's gonna die, okay? Everything is fine. We did great back.
Shadow Realm was in Moon Knight, wasn't it? Or am I wrong? Pretty sure it was.
Whole universe, and sure, the entire God Kingdom is probably gonna hunt us down for the rest of our day.
I was gonna say, there's gotta be repercussions for that.
Full weapon. All right, this is the army right here.
It's gotta be the key that they were talking about he was talking about for eternity.
Because I've got my weapon out there. Can I?
Like how his weapon's jealous of, or jealous for him, I guess. They're not jealous, they're possessive.
When we get together, we're gonna get it on and
What is this song?
And I meditated. Did you meditate?
No, that's so boring.
It actually made me more.
I feel that. Meditation does not work for me.
I'm sick.
What's happening?
Probably should have led with that, huh?
Months ago, I was just feeling tired, and then they told me I have stage 4. Get my affairs in order. Viking space magic.
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
So whatever you want to do, we can do together.
Damn, that was deep. That was a good speech. Heartfelt. Just leave it at that.
Hey, we're here.
Isn't this where like the final battle is? There's 45 minutes left. It just landed like that. There you go. Take Stormbreaker with you. If I remember in the trailer, it looked like Valkyrie was about to die, so I hope she doesn't, but we'll see. Live through Endgame just to die one movie later. That gives the color back. Why is that? Gotta mean something, right?
Bifrost is the key.
Thought it was Mjolnir, but it was the other one. It was Stormbreaker is the key. Like, was that known when the weapon was being made? Because that's awfully... doesn't make sense. If it was Mjolnir, it would make sense, because that's like an ancient weapon.
Good chat.
Where'd she go?
This one. You're interesting. You're different.
The tentacles and stuff are very symbiote-like. I'm gonna keep mentioning it because it would have been cool if it was in this movie. It's the whispers from Lost. And that's the black smoke. Everything goes back to Lost.
Run, my wicked God.
I mean, we're getting a good performance out of him. I ain't even mad. What is happening? That's a big ass spider. Nope, I'd leave. It all comes down to this, huh? He wants Stormbreaker because he wants him to come get it. I mean, Thor has to be a better fighter than him, right? 100%. Can't even be close. I still think that's so cool. Don't hurt the goats. Yeah, don't hurt Corey either. There you go, goats. Didn't she just stab him? She's about to die. Yep. Damn it. I told you in the trailer it looked like she was about to die.
Take us home.
Nope, shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't he be able to still summon it wherever he's at? That's how it works, isn't it? Well, he got Stormbreaker.
Oh, there you are.
What's going on?
Well, he got you some snacks.
A fridge without a door, can you believe it? Not to worry, got it open and got you all sorts of goodies. she is stable.
Okay, good. Now we just gotta get this out of my
Oh, no.
arm.
That's got to stay in there. That's all the magic potions and elixirs doing their thing. So, just gonna pop out for a moment, pick up the kids, kill the bad guy, and then come straight back.
You're going without me?
Yeah.
What happened to, like, doing everything together? He's gonna use those kids to distract you. You need me.
I do need you, Jane. I need you alive. It'd be great to have you on the battlefield, fighting Gore side by side, but that hammer is killing you. Every time you use it, it's draining all of your mortal strength, leaving your body unable to fight the cancer.
What happened to live like there's no tomorrow?
Well, that's before I knew you might not have one.
Why not have one more adventure?
Jane, if there's a chance to live, you have to take it.
Spoken like a true Thor who does not have cancer. I know I seem like some cool astrophysicist from New Mexico, just living the dream, but look at me. I want to keep fighting. I'm the mighty Thor. And you want me not to do that? What's the point of more time at this?
Because I love you.
She don't get it.
If you pick up that damn hammer again, then that chance is gone.
Fortunately, Thor, that's not your choice to make, man. It's her choice.
It's your choice, Jane.
Yes, there you go.
But I'd regret it every single day if I didn't ask you to stay here so we could try and figure this out together. So how you feeling with the old stab wound?
I think I lost my kidney.
Gone completely.
How's he gonna do it by himself with 30 minutes left?
Yeah, I know.
I like how they're like, for lack of a better comparison, they're like dudes, right? Like, hey man, see you later. It's like what you do with your homies, you know? Made me dizzy for a second. This is what we saw in one of the multiverses they went through in Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be Kang. Just kidding. The kids are just waiting there. Yeah. You're gonna summon the shadow monsters. We get it. It's your only trick.
Hurry. Okay, come on.
One of them's gonna have like some special power. Kid's gonna save everybody.
Today is a day that will go down in history. Generations to come. Today.
I feel like this is an odd timing for a speech.
Present arms. The power of Thor.
Oh, sick. He can give them all power. Look at that tree. That's cool. That is sick. It's a redhead's hair. More GNR. I mean, who taught these kids how to fight? Yeah, learn how to use it like Zeus did, bro. Just break it in a couple pieces. What's happening? Don't do it, Jane. Don't do it. Jesus Christ. One last battle. Like you said, it's her choice.
It's okay, I got him.
I don't know how when Thor didn't have him, but okay. I mean, Stormbreaker is also cursed now.
You've lost Lady Thor.
Thirdly, eat my hammer!
That's her catchphrase. There you go, you got him. And say, where was all this beforehand? There you go. See, you had to cut it in half. I told you. They're gonna have to work together to cut that sword in half. Yep. There you go. Isn't part of the Necro sword in there? Bye bye, Necrosword.
Jane?
I'm okay. You have to stop him.
What did he ask for? Instead of killing all the gods, why doesn't he just ask for his daughter back? I feel like that's the most logical explanation. But he's not cursed anymore. He's not corrupt anymore, right? So like...
It's not death or revenge that you seek.
Closure.
I choose love. You can too. You can bring her back.
Yeah, see? There you go, Thor. Finally, some sympathy. Finally feeling the sympathy, huh? There you go. Nah, he can adopt her.
She won't be alone.
You gonna adopt his daughter? What's the wish that you made? I wanna know. There she is. I will say that the visuals in Taika's movies are always pretty awesome. As polarizing as this movie might have been, and how spotty the CGI was, the visuals are always good.
I think I figured out my catchphrase.
Eat my hammer. That's all he wanted. That's strange. If she's human, why would she disintegrate?
Protect her. Protect my love.
That's a twist I didn't expect. But that makes the most sense. For him to just ask for her back instead of wishing to kill all the gods. Yeah, guys, I got a little teary-eyed, right? It's sad. He lost Jane.
Go to self-defense classes. Look at all the
Good job.
even Heimdall's
Good job, Valkyrie.
Hello. There you go. Hey, breakfast.
Oh, how cute. Thor has a daughter now.
What is that?
They're pan flaps from Earth.
I don't think I like pan flaps.
Sympathy here from me.
Fine, I'll wear the boot.
Oh, man. I know this all too well.
Oh, wow. That is not coming off.
The space Viking
Hey, she gets Stormbreaker. So cool.
been given many names, but to those who know them best, they are simply known as Love and Thunder.
All right. Directed by Taika. It's written by Taika. All right. I'm going to see if there is an end credit scene. It looks like there is. I'm going to fast forward.
People would whisper your name.
Oh, he's still alive.
Now, you know, they look to...
Was he going to seek revenge on Thor?
No,
He's going to seek revenge on the superheroes.
they will fear us again. Do you understand me, Hercules? Do you understand me, my son?
Let's go.
Yes, Father.
Let's go. It's Hercules. One more credit scene. Is Jane going to come back?
Foster,
Heimdall.
I see you're dead now.
Yeah.
She is a god now. There you go. Thor will return. Quick summation is I enjoyed the movie. It was a pretty good movie. I don't think there were a lot of things that I could say, oh my goodness, it was amazing. As I said before, Ragnarok is still my favorite MCU movie. It changed Thor's character in a way that made him more entertaining and made him more interesting. I think Thor 1 was pretty good. Obviously, we know Thor 2 was extremely bad. I think his character in Thor 1 was a little bit better than Thor 2. Thor 2 was just very serious, which is fine, but I just think, you know, in the comics, he's more so how he was in between Thor 1 and Thor Ragnarok, right? He's not so silly, but he's also not so serious. So that I think that's kind of why I liked Ragnarok. One of the reasons I liked Ragnarok was what they did with his character. Look, I'm not going to get too far into this because this is a whole rabbit hole that could open with the MCU right now, but I really do think that Disney and the MCU as a whole has a little bit of an issue with overcompensating or over accommodating for particular groups. I'll say it that way. There might be a lot of people that didn't like the fact that, you know, Korg mates with a man or whatever. I have no issue with that. That's totally fine. I do think that, you know, he's a totally different species, so it's I have no issues with that, and I think that's great. That's fine putting that in there, and it was very subtle. It was very fine. I am glad, because I was waiting for this to happen, that, you know, Jane didn't save the day on her own. You know, Thor's about to die, and he doesn't do any. He's unable to defeat Gore. She comes in, kills Gore on her own, and saves Thor. I was hoping that that wasn't what's going to happen, not because I don't want, you know, the girl to be the savior. It's nothing to do with that. This is a Thor movie. It's Chris Hemsworth Thor movie. I want his character to have an arc. I wanted his character to have a resolution. I will say the first 2 acts of this movie, not great. It's almost a tale of 2 movies, to be honest with you. The first 2 acts were kind of like it felt like a satire almost of what we've seen so far from Thor. Even the jokes, even in the serious moments, the attitude around all of the acting was kind of almost like it was satire, and that they're joking throughout the whole thing, and everything they're saying they're not taking seriously. And I felt that in the movie. I felt like it took me out of the movie a little bit too much, in my opinion. When we get to Act 3, pretty much when they arrive near eternity, or they're on their way to eternity, and Jane's explaining her cancer and all of those things, that felt real. That felt like, okay, we're here in the thick of it now. We're in the movie. This is what matters. And it's a shame that all of the stuff in Acts 1 and 2 kind of were a throwaway, to be honest, to get to that point in Act 3, right? I think that a lot of the movie was kind of building up the jokes and getting to the funny parts, having Jane and Thor get back together and rekindle their relationship, but there really wasn't any of that. It was all building up to what Gore is doing, going to the gods. None of that had anything to do with building up Jane and Thor's relationship. And honestly, in my opinion, I could care less if Natalie Portman was in it, because I don't like her very much as an actress. That's just me. The whole Jane and Thor story, there needed to be some kind of resolve there. They needed to work on that. Now, this is a 2-hour movie, and I think that they wasted a lot of time with certain things. For instance, that whole scene of Zeus kind of playing around with the Thunderbolt, throwing it around, breaking it in half. They could have done all of that without the 4 minutes it took for him to do that, and just shown that it could break in half, because I knew that was going to come in handy at some point when Thor, broke it in half at the end. But my whole thing here is that there's a lot of this movie that was throwaway, and it was still only 2 hours long. You guys have to think about, like, Endgame was 3 hours long, and it felt like it needed to be longer, and Infinity War was 2.5 hours long, and No Way Home was almost 3 hours long, and these things need time to build. And this movie felt like it had a lot of stuff that really didn't matter towards the story, or really could have done better or in a different way, and the movie was still short. So that's usually something that tells me that there's something wrong with how they chose to go about the story. Look, I love Taika. I loved Jojo Rabbit. I know that's a satire on kind of World War II Nazi Germany. Like, I love Thor Ragnarok. I loved a lot of other stuff that he's done. What We Do in the Shadows, I think it's called, or something like that. I've seen that as well, and I really liked that. This one really missed the mark for me. It really missed the mark, unfortunately. And I think a lot of this has to do with Kevin Feige had so much to do that he kind of gave the reins fully to the actors and the directors and the creative team, right? Like I said, I like Taika. Not every single director is going to make a banger. Not every director is going to make a hit movie. And I think this is just one of those that missed the mark for me. I think overall, I would give this movie probably like a 6, to be honest with you. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't great. There wasn't a lot of stuff that caught me. I think the third act, if it was by itself, like as a hour exclusive on Disney Plus, the special presentation, I think I would have really enjoyed it. I would have really enjoyed it. A lot of the stuff that I thought they were going to go with that didn't really make sense, like him actually summoning to kill, wishing to have all the gods killed instead of just asking or wishing for his daughter back. That makes sense to me. That is what the resolution that makes sense to where they brought it to. So like I said, the whole third act I actually really enjoyed, and I think it's the saving grace of this movie. The actors did a fairly decent job. I know Chris Hemsworth has stated that he wasn't really 100% in love with this movie during and after making it, and he doesn't want to work with Taika again, which is kind of saying something, but I do think Christian Bale did an amazing job, and he carried this movie. His back is definitely sore after this movie. I felt really nothing about the whole relationship between Thor and Jane just because I don't like Natalie Portman. But I understand the relationship, and I definitely understand the relationship of son and daughter having a daughter myself, or of father and daughter having a daughter myself. That resonated with me. So the fact I got teary-eyed not because he lost Jane, because that was kind of inevitable. Got teary-eyed because he sympathized with Thor because of what he went through with his daughter. And that's why throughout the whole movie I was saying it makes no sense that he would basically threaten the children's lives when he lost a child of his own. He should have way more, almost over-exaggerated sympathy for children and what their parents might do if they lose those kids. So that whole thing didn't make sense to me. This is one of the details I was missing, right? If they maybe went into more detail about what being cursed by the Necrosword meant, if they maybe talked about that it takes over your mind and it makes you one with, you know, the shadow realm and only evil thoughts come in, that all would make sense. That wouldn't have to be explained if it was the symbiote, because we already know that. We as fans know that that's what the symbiote is. I think they were assuming that we were to know that because in the comics it was the symbiote and this is just taking the place of that, but I feel like that's an explanation that needs to be there because that whole thing bothered me a lot. But I do think Christian Bale definitely carried this. And I'm looking at the rating right now. IMDb gave it 6.3, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 64, Metacritic gave it 57. I think that's fair, honestly. I think that's a fair rating. I'm disappointed because I do think that I was hoping that the follow-up for this was going to be like another smashing hit, or at least like held its own, right? I still think Thor 1, honestly, is better than this movie overall. I do. And that's not one of my favorite movies. It's a shame. I'm hoping that moving forward that the MCU is going to stop with the quantity and move more to quality, and Feige's going to get some help in being able to manage all of these things, because Daddy Feige can do wonders. We've seen him do it. Phase 4 hasn't really been it for me. It's missed the mark on a lot of stuff. So, and a lot of our characters that we hold dear to us have kind of left. Like Scarlet Witch, while she was badass in Multiverse of Madness, she essentially died, right? Now I know they can bring anybody back now with the multiverse, but her character was finally becoming the powerful character she's supposed to be. So we need to get back on track, right? So like I said, my final verdict for this is about a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. Overall, I thought it was just a decent movie. It was okay. It's a little bit above average. I think I could have done without a lot of the satire feeling, the satire tones of the whole movie. Even during the serious moments, like when he's doing the speech to the kids and all that stuff in the first 2 acts, it was very jokey and it was very, they're not taking the movie seriously, right? In Thor Ragnarok, they took the movie seriously. They took the story seriously and they threw in the jokes there. While that one was comedic, the darker and deeper moments in that movie, they kept those moments and that tone for those moments. They didn't go and put a joke on top of it and make it a joke sandwich to where you kind of lose the tone of it, right? That's why Thor Ragnarok was great. In my intro I said that's what made that movie great, is that it balanced those tones in a great way. This movie misses the mark. It really does. Unfortunately, it's all over the place tone-wise. So anyways, that's my reaction and review to this movie. I really do hope you guys liked it. This is my first official movie reaction, so please make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really means a lot to me, and please do remember that good vibes are contagious. Thank you guys.